Have you ever felt like you're saving money but just getting nowhere? You're doing all the right things, you're putting money away, but that account balance just barely moves. It feels like you're pushing a giant boulder uphill, right? Well, today we're going to break down exactly why that initial struggle is so incredibly real, and we're going to talk about the invisible force that is about to change everything for you. So let's just jump right into the big question, the real mystery here. How is it possible that it takes 6.5 years to save your first 100 grand, but then the next 100 grand only takes 3.5 years? I mean, it sounds like some kind of trick question, doesn't it? But the answer is pure math, and we're about to unpack it. All right, first up, the 100K savings slog. And yeah, slog is the perfect word for it. This is that initial uphill climb where your patience is seriously put to the test. Here's the absolute truth of it. In those early years, pretty much all the growth in your portfolio comes from just one person, and that's you. Every single dollar of increase is a dollar that you had to work for, earn, and then have the discipline to save. Your investments, yeah, they're working in the background, but honestly, their contribution is so tiny, it feels like you're carrying all the weight on your own. And this chart, man, this just says it all, doesn't it? That giant blue bar, that's you. That's your hard work. And that tiny little sliver next to it, those are your investment returns. It is so easy to look at this and get discouraged, to feel like your money isn't doing a thing. But please, don't give up, because this entire picture is about to get flipped on its head. So that brings us to section 2, how compounding really works. This is the secret sauce. It's the force multiplier that completely changes the entire game. You've probably heard the term before, but let's really see what it's doing. In plain English, compound interest is just your investment returns starting to generate their own returns. The interest you earn gets added back into the pot, and then that new, bigger pot starts earning returns. It's like your money is having babies, and then those babies grow up and have babies, and pretty soon you've got a whole family tree of money creating this massive, accelerating snowball effect. Okay, let's make this real. Check out the numbers. In year 1, your 10 grand earns you $700. Cool. But look at year 2. You don't just earn another 700. Nope. You earn 7% on the new total, the 10,700. So you get $749. It's a small difference at first, I get it. But by year 3, you can start to see it. That growth is speeding up. This is the engine of wealth just starting to warm up. And this leads us to the really exciting part, section 3, the magical tipping point. Because if compounding is an engine, there's a moment when it truly roars to life. There's a point where everything changes. And that tipping point, for many, is this number right here, $100,000. This isn't just some nice round number that feels good. It is a mathematical milestone. This is the moment where that snowball you've been so patiently, so painstakingly rolling, finally has enough mass to start picking up some serious speed all on its own. I mean, just think about what this means. With $100,000 invested at an average 7% return, your portfolio is kicking off $7,000 a year without you doing a thing. That's almost $600 a month that's now being added to your savings effort completely separate from your paycheck. That's a huge deal. Which brings us to our next section, your money's silent partner. Because at this stage, your money stops being just a passive pile of cash, and it becomes an active player in your own success story. I absolutely love this description from our source material. Your money becomes like a silent business partner, working 24/7. Just picture that. This partner never calls in sick, never asks for a vacation, never even sleeps. It just shows up, day in and day out, working around the clock to make your net worth bigger. So once you hit that tipping point, your silent partner's contribution isn't just a little extra help anymore. It becomes a game changer. It's no longer just you pushing that boulder up the hill. Now you've got this incredibly strong ally pushing right alongside you. And the crazy part is they get stronger every single year. This is why everything starts to speed up so dramatically. And this right here, this brings us all the way back to that question we started with. Look at this timeline. The first 100K, 6.5 brutal years. But the second 100K, well, that's you plus your silent partner working together, and you get there in just 3.5 years. And the third? Even faster, around 2.5 years. This is the invisible snowball in action, my friends. It is the most powerful force in finance. The hardest part, by far, is just getting that snowball big enough to start rolling on its own. So the big takeaway here is really simple. That frustrating, slow, painful beginning,
It's not a sign that you're failing. It is the essential first step. You're not just saving money, you're building your silent partner. You're packing the snow for your invisible snowball. So the only question left is, are you ready to start rolling?